think about Facebook for a moment, or Twitter, or Google+, wherever you are. As a consumer, as a human being, those are rich with cultures. It's rich with you. You make an investment in these networks. In order to engage with you, it has to be meaningful. That experience has to be defined. People, the representatives of the company, have to believe that this is the mission, this is where we're going, this is why it's important, and how we'll measure success. And ultimately, your customer has to walk away with that experience you want. Because when they leave engagement, what do they say? And this is the most important thing about engagement. If you read articles about social media and how businesses are measuring success, they measure it by engagement. How do they define engagement? Likes, comments, tweets, retweets, shares. I believe that is not engagement. I believe that is activity. Engagement, let's think about this for a moment, it's very simple. I actually tried to look up a definition for engagement to see if I could find something. I couldn't, so I wrote one. Not terribly complex. Engagement is defined by when your business and your customer interact, or when your customers interact with each other about your business. That's engagement. Simple. How is it measured? By what people say, what they feel, what they think, following that interaction. To steer these conversations requires steering of experiences, which means experiences have to be defined, which means that before we can innovate with customers, we have to innovate internally. We have some changing that we need to do. Most companies today are what I refer to as social brands. They might have a Facebook page, they might have a Twitter page, they might have a YouTube channel. But they're not really a social business because they have these presences. A social business is just that. An organization that's designed internally to be more social, to be more collaborative, to have greater empathy. I worked at one point in my life in an office that looked just like this. I was here, typing, realizing that everything about what I believe this company can do, or what's possible, was never going to make it outside of that little cubicle. And that's where it starts. I don't know if you're familiar with a very famous user experience designer by the name of Jesse James Garrett. He started a company called Adaptive Path. And he was on my show, The Revolution Show, recently. And he said, we talk about experience, and we talk about how to create better products and services, how to innovate. And when I talked to the lead person of the product development team to ask him what customer experiences were like today, he said he didn't know. He's never talked to anybody in customer service. And this is somebody that's been at that company for many years. And so instead of embracing this new opportunity, we ask, what's the ROI? As if it's a psychological question to prevent progress. I don't know, what's the ROI? If you can get back to me, then we'll talk. So you leave discouraged instead of happy, instead of motivated. So we talk about how do we increase collaboration within the organization